It's been a hot minute now since our last episode of What's Hot with Canva. So there's a bunch of new things to discuss and we are starting right now. What is up everyone, my name is Ronny, welcome back to the channel. The channel is growing, which makes me and Diana very happy. If this is your first time here, please know that we have 2 tutorials every week, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss the good stuff. Today, we are going to continue our series, What's Hot with Canva, and discover the new features in Canva. I have 6 new features for you and 1 photographer highlight at the end of the episode. So make sure you watch until the end. And without further ado, let's jump into the new features. The first new feature is something that will make a lot of people happy, especially the most geeks among you guys. And this is dark mode. Yes, you can now use Canva in dark mode, which is pretty cool if this is your thing. I'm going to show you exactly where to find it. So for that, I'm going to start from my Canva homepage right here. Dark mode is going to be available for both free and pro user. And to find it, just click on your profile picture right here. If you don't have a profile picture, click on the little initials that you'll see here and go to your account settings. All right, so once you are in your account settings, you will have to scroll down a little bit and you will find this section right here that says theme. So now you have 3 different options when it comes to theming in Canva. The first one is to sync with your system. So if you leave it on that, for me right now it's on light, but if you leave it on sync with your system, Canva will adapt to whatever your computer is aligned with. So if you have, for example, decided to switch to dark mode after a certain time of the day on your operating system, Canva will basically follow this pattern and change to dark mode at the same time. Me personally, I like my white Canva, so I'm not gonna change it, but if you want to see how Canva looks in dark mode, then there you go. This is how it will look. So now let me quickly go to the homepage again, show you how the homepage looks in dark mode. And I'm going to open a design right here to show you what the editor looks in dark mode. So there you go. You have your Canva in dark mode. Again, this is not for everybody, but those of you who are big fans of having everything kind of like in the darker themes of colors, I'm sure this will be a very good news for you. So now I'm gonna go back and switch this back to my Canva light mode because I don't like the dark mode myself. So there you go. Quickly go back to your account settings, scroll down a little bit and just click on the theme that you prefer. So that's the first feature I wanted to show you, that is theming or dark mode. The second new feature I want to show you today will help you create faster. I'm talking about people who are active on social media and need to create content for different platforms. This one is for you. It is called Quick Create and you will find it under the social media tab right here. So make sure from the homepage that you go to your social media button or icon right here. I'm gonna click on that and it's going to be the first tile that you see here. It says Quick Create, the quickest way to create a collection of design for social media. The word collection here is very important. So let's have a look, let's get started and see how this works. So from the get-go, Canva will show you 8 different document types, namely an Instagram post, an Instagram story or story, Facebook post, Facebook cover, Twitter post, Pinterest pin, email header, and a LinkedIn post. So you will be asked to choose from the different formats, the different documents that you want to create. In my case, let's say I don't want all of them, but I do want an Instagram post, I do want a story, I do want a Facebook post, maybe not a cover, a Twitter post, yes, and a LinkedIn post. Okay, so I have a little bit of everything here, but it's pretty much the same format. Let's choose the Facebook cover just to show you with a more horizontal type of layout of design document type. Okay, so I have selected 6 out of the 8 document type that Canva allows me to pick. I'm good to go. I will go to step 2. You see there are 5 different steps that you can follow. So I'll continue. Step 2 is to introduce your text. So you have 2 different text boxes here. Your main one, which is going to be your main title, and then an additional text box, which is optional, which will be the second line that you see here at the bottom. Let's say I want to promote our latest video on the channel, which was about personal branding. All right, so what I'm going to type in here is what makes you unique? Interrogation point, because this was kind of like the title of the video, last video that I published. What makes you unique? Oops, I have a typo here, so let me fix that very quick. And then here, watch Ronny's latest video on YouTube. Okay, watch Ronny's latest video on YouTube. Okay, so I have my text, I have my subtext. Canva gives you kind of an overview of how it looks like here on different templates, different designs. So you might not understand yet what this is all about, but let's continue the steps. Let's go to step 3, which is insert an image and a logo. So select one image, optional. So you can either upload an image or you can select from the latest images that you have used in your Canva that you have uploaded. So for me, I used this Bitmoji recently of me kind of teaching from a computer. So I'm going to use this and I'm pretty much good to go. Next, brand kit. It says here, logos that you add to your brand kit will appear here. Okay, so one thing I want to clarify here is that Quick Create will be available to all users. So free and pro users, but pro users will have some additional features directly available from Quick Create. For example, the ability to use your very own brand colors that you have uploaded in your brand kit, and also an easy access to all the logos that you have uploaded via your brand kit. Here, I haven't uploaded any logo in my brand kit, so Canva only gives me the option to upload an image or to pick from my recent uploads. So I'm fine with this Bitmoji right here. Let's go to step 4. Step 4 is actually selecting a template. So select a template collection from the previews on the right. Okay, so this is the different styles, the different previews. So it's just a question of taste at this stage. And I am aware you don't have access to the full templates here, but this is a shortcut, a quick way to create something in a couple of seconds, really. It's taking more time because I'm running you through it. But if you do it like without all the explanation, it will take only a couple of seconds. So you can use these tags here to go to like a modern one, elegant one, fun one. I always like fun, but actually I like this one better. So I'm gonna select this one and continue to step 5. Now, step 5 is actually where you tweak the final details of your template by using a color palette. Okay, so you can use the original color palette that comes from this specific template. If you're a pro user, you will have all your predefined color palettes here, your brand color palette that you uploaded in your brand kit. And then if you continue scrolling all the way to the bottom of this list, you will see some styles or some predefined color palette that Canva shows you, and all users will see that, not only pro users. So that's for the colors. I'm going to apply one of the color palettes from my brand, and then you can click on the fonts tab right here and also customize your fonts. Okay, so let's go for something a little bit bolder. Let's find something nice that works here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one, kind of elegant, maybe Archivo Black. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with this one, Archivo Black all the way. And then I'm gonna click on Finish. So Canva is organizing, it's saving, and it says, my designs are now ready. We have saved your designs in a new folder for you. So basically Canva tells you have 3 different options. From here, you can open them in the editor to continue to edit them. You can post to social, or you can schedule for later. Okay, I want to see them. So Canva gives me 2 options, download or see my collection. I want to see that collection. So I'm gonna click here. And now you can see I have 6 different designs that have been created. My LinkedIn post, Twitter post, Facebook cover, story, Facebook post, and Instagram post. I'm gonna open them, for example, the Twitter post, and you see it's looking pretty good actually. So if I go back to this collection right here, let's have a look at the LinkedIn post. Looks great. Let's have a look at the story, and it looks great too. So this is, my friends, a very quick way to create up to 8 different document types in Canva. Super practical if you need to create a campaign, if you don't have time, and if you need to create content like en masse and really have a lot of things to publish on all of your social platforms. Quick Create is the way to go. Just a simple reminder before I move on to the next feature is that where do you find Quick Create? Well, from the homepage, you go to your social media button, and then you will find Quick Create right here as your first style. So go have fun with that. All right, moving on to the next feature. This one is quite impressive as well. It will make you save a lot of time as well, and it is called /magic. What the heck is that? Well, /magic is a new fast way to design from within the Canva editor. So basically what it does when you hit the slash key on your computer, so the little bar that goes like this diagonal, when I hit that, I will open a new pop-up window here on Canva and it says magic, /magic. All right, so from here, I can basically call and create design ingredients like a square, a circle, an arrow, text, a heart, a pie chart, so a bunch of different things that I can do from here, but I can also search. So for example, let's say I want to find something to finish this design. So let's first have a look at the design. This is great. I want a sticker, some kind of shiny, sparkly things going on. So I'm gonna hit my slash key on my keyboard and I'm gonna type in sparkle, /sparkle, and Canva will show me some sparkle, which is pretty cool. So if I want something like this, for example, to bring a little bit of motion to my design right here, I could have my /sparkle and be good to go. See how quick that was? Like this shortcut. Again, let's try something else. I want to bring in a rainbow. So I type /rainbow and there we go. A bunch of different rainbows to choose from. So this is a very nice shortcut that will help you design and work way faster in the Canva editor. Again, to find it, use your slash key, and I'm guessing it works with every languages, but if not, Canva is probably working on fixing that. So if you're not using Canva in English and you see this is not working, it might be working, but I'm using Canva in English only here. So I'm not exactly sure how it works on different keyboards or different languages, but it's probably gonna come to your language as well very soon if you don't yet have it. So again, the slash key, and then you can either browse the categories here or you can search for something. For example, if I want to search for a photo, I click on photo and then I search. For example, I can find like an old telephone, a photo of an old telephone, and there we go. We have old telephones here. I don't need to go to my Elements tab and then type old telephones here and then filter by photos. I can do this very quickly with my slash key here. Same with video, it works with video. So if I want videos, I can simply go to my video tab right here, and then I can search for example, let's say a goldfish. There we go. And I will have some nice video clips of goldfishes. So this is /magic. It's available to all users. I hope it works for you as well as it works for me, because this is really saving me a bunch of time. All right, guys, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial and all the new features in Canva. We have 3 more to go, a photographer highlight at the end of the episode. But now, I want to take a few seconds to highlight my favorite comment of the week. Right now, it's a good time for me. I've had plenty of time to go through the comments on the channel and I love reading them. So please keep them coming. And this week, I would like to highlight this lovely comment from Maximum Yarnage. She left me this comment. She says, "This is the most powerful nearly 8-minute videos I've watched on YouTube so far. I took notes, so that's saying something." Well, Maximum Yarnage, I love your comment and I'm really pleased that this video brought this much value that you had to pause it and actually take note. And she's talking about the latest video that I published about personal branding. It's titled, "What Makes You Unique? Finding Your Own Voice." So I will leave a link right here if you want to watch this video. It is packed, it's only 8 minutes, but it is packed with value. It's actually taken from my personal branding master course, which is on Udemy, but I wanted to give you kind of a taste of what's in this course here on the channel, because I've had like conversation with a bunch of you about personal branding, about finding your own voice, about understanding how to be different from the other content creators out there. So if this is your thing, if you create a lot of content, go watch this video. And now back to the tutorial. The 4th brand new feature I want to talk about today is related to text. Okay, text boxes, it's a text effect. And this new effect is called text background effect. So let me show you with this text box right here how it works. So first you will need to select a text box, okay, because this is a text effect. It works only with text boxes. So I'm going to select this text box and then find the effects button. I'm going to click on that and you should see a brand new effect right here that says background. So I'm going to click on that to show you what it does. It does create a background behind your text. So it is a simple effect, but it is super useful because it saves you the hassle of creating an actual shape that you put behind your text for every single line of text that you have. Now you can simply create a nice background that will cover your entire text from this effect panel. So Canva gives you a few different options here. You can play around with the roundness of your box, of your background, you see. So if I go all the way to the right, it's gonna be the roundest, and all the way to the left, it's gonna be not round at all. It's just gonna be straight edges. So that's roundness. I like a little bit of roundness. Your spread, so that's pretty much the padding between your text and the frame. So if you go all like very big, like you will have kind of like a square, but yeah, you can play around with the spread. And then you have your transparency. So you can make it more subtle, you can make it like very solid, and then you can change the color, which is also pretty cool. So for example, if I really want to make this pop, I will make it white. I can also adjust the text justification here. For example, now it is justified to the left, but if I click here, you will see that my background adapts very nicely. So this is also a nice feature to have. So again, very easy to find with your text box selected. Go to effects, and this is the last one here, text background. You have a few options to play around with. And yeah, it's available to all users. So thank you, Canva, for making our lives easier one more time. Okay, moving on to new feature number 5. This one is called the Blur app. Is an app that will connect with Canva, like a third-party app, but that connects with Canva. And this app will allow you to blur a part of your photos. So you can use that for creativity purposes, or you can use that for actually blurring some details on a photo that you don't want people to see, or for blurring an email address or some text or some names. So let me show you how it works. I'm gonna use this photo right here of Diana and myself. Let's say I want to blur the brand on my t-shirts for some reason. I can click on the photo. I will go to my edit image button. Okay, since it's an image app, you will have to find it from here. So I'm scrolling down and you will see at the bottom this new app called Blur. So I will click on that. Since this is the first time I'm using it, Canva needs to actually install it for the first time. It says unfocus or soften parts of your image. So use a brush to blur out sensitive information, or get creative and produce a softer look by fading out different parts of your image. So this looks pretty cool. I'm gonna use that. There we go. And this is what the app actually looks like. I have auto. If I click on that, it's gonna blur my image. Okay, so yeah, not a big fan of that. But if I click on this one right here, the blur one, so it's basically, I have a brush now. You see this circle? It's my brush. So this is a little bit too big. I'm gonna reduce, actually this was the intensity. I'm gonna reduce the brush size like so. And intensity, I will leave that to 50, my spread to 50. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. You see there's a little like pinkish brush stroke here, and it started to fade away the brand Canva. If I do it several times, it actually kind of deletes it, but it's actually blurred, okay? So now this brand has been blurred for, let's say, sensitive information. I don't want this to show on my photo. I can blur it. I can go more intense on this. So I will just bump the intensity to, let's say, 85, and also the spread a bit more. And I will blur out Diana's entire face here and see what happens. Let's just paint Diana pink. Yep. So it's blurring. It's blurring. Doesn't look very nice, but I mean, if you don't want someone to be recognized on a photo, there you go. You have blurred out that face from your photo. So that looks horrible. I'm not gonna use that. So I'm gonna go back, and I'm actually going to just go back a couple of times, undo, 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 and I want to undo to go back to my black and white photo here. I want to show you something else. For example, I have uploaded here, let's say, a screenshot of a testimonial I received somewhere, okay, on this is one of my courses, but I want to blur out the name of the person. So similarly, I'm just clicking on it, edit image. Now my app is already installed. I don't have to connect it anymore because that's just the first time. So blur, and now I can create, this is too big, so I'm gonna reduce the brush size to about this. Yep, sounds good. And yeah, I'm just going to brush over the name here of the person and blur it out. And now it is now impossible to read it. I can publish this as an anonymous comment without actually saying who the comment is from. If you're happy with this, just click on done, and then yeah, your image will be modified. Of course, you can also use the Blur app for creativity purposes and do something very beautiful with your photos. I'm not gonna do this now because I think you got the point. It's exactly the same process, just be creative about it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you where to find it, how to use it, and the different options that you have. This is the Blur app. It will work with photos only, and it's available for all users. All right, guys, we made it to the 6th and last new feature for today. This one is called video filters in the recording studio. Some of you might remember from a previous video, I showed you how you can record yourself in Canva's recording studio. You can either shoot your talking head with your webcam, or you can record your screen, capture your screen. So for accessing this recording studio, you will have to head over your Uploads tab right here. So I'm gonna click on the Uploads tab and choose the button here, the gray button that says Record Yourself. So if I click here, I'm actually accessing the recording studio, right? This is Canva's recording studio, and what you see here is actually the webcam of my laptop. Hello guys, and behind me you see our big blue screen that we use for shooting our talking head, so we can have some flexibility afterwards. This is a question we get a lot. How do you make yourself appear in the corner of the video? Well, this is it guys, a big blue screen like this, and then after that in post-production. But this is not the point. We will make some content about this. We might create a course about how we shoot and produce our tutorials in the future. But for now, what I want to show you is that there are some video filters, and that's the novelty here, that I'm losing myself a little bit, but that's the novelty here, these video filters. So to find them, once you have your webcam all set up in Canva, like I do here, just click on this little button right here that says filter, and then there you go, you have a bunch of different filters. All right, so let me find one that I like. For example, Scandinavian. Look, do I look Scandinavian? Maybe not. Elgar, oh, that's very red. So you can play around with the intensity also. See, if you want to see a red Ronny, that's the way to go. Otherwise, you have some black and whites. Ooh, that's very saturated. Ink, noir. You have a bunch of different filters to play around with. Oh, some more funky stuff here going on. Oh, I like this one, kind of like a duotone. Yeah. So you have color pops, you have mono, vintage, soft, vivid, cool, warm, natural. Let's go back to no effect here to show you the difference. But yeah, this is kind of cool to have all of these filters directly integrated. So that's the filters. And then you have your effects. For example, you have a skin smoothing, temporarily retouch your skin and present the best version of yourself. Yeah, I'm curious. Is my skin softer? Maybe. All right, so that's the effects. That's your filters and effects. To find them, super easy. Just click on this little button right here. You will access them in the recording studio. All right, guys, we covered all of the new features from this week. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, but don't leave yet because I still have the photographer highlight. So I like in these What's Hot episodes to introduce you to a Canva creator or Canva photographer who has some very cool photos that I like using, because I know you're always on the lookout for some good graphics or some good photos in Canva. I know that sharing this information when I come across a cool photographer is always useful. So this week I would like to introduce you to Core Lens. Core Lens is a photographer. There's no info, unfortunately, on Core Lens's profile. It just says Core Lens. I don't know if it's a woman, a man. What I know is that it's called Core Lens. pretty much what I know, 62 followers, including me. So let me show you what this photographer does. So there is some really cool photos. What I like is that it's focused on portraits, on humans, and I can find everyday people in here from all types of backgrounds. So we have Black people, we have Asian people, we have couple, LGBT couple. So we have all sorts of diversity here, but also it's not overdue. Sometimes these photos, because they are taken for stock image libraries, they are a little bit too staged or too overdue or too much, like, I don't know how to say it, like when it's too much, basically. But here, it just feels right. It feels natural. It feels like people are doing their thing and just like being natural on camera. So that's what I really like about Core Lens's photo roll here. I can really use this in my everyday content. And the photos are very nice. So yeah, I think I wanted to share that with you because I always like to promote photographers who focus on diversity. You see not only models here, you see everyday people. You see big people, you see slim people, you see people of all colors, people with masks. So I really like that. I think it's natural and I think it's the way to go. Like they are authentic. These photos, they look real, they look like real people, and if you use that in your content instead of the stage ones, like the very shiny ones, I think you will kind of have like and transmit this feeling of authenticity with your content. So go ahead and discover them. Core Lens, I will leave a link in the description for you to access this profile. The best way to keep seeing some content and photos from them would be to follow them, follow their creator account by just hitting the button right here, and yeah, have fun with their content. Again, once you find a photo that you like, for example, me, I really like this one right here, I can click on it, okay? And then Canva will give me some extra information about the title. Oh yeah, and then I forgot to mention, all of these photos are free. So free to use for all users, not just for pro users. These are free elements. So that's an extra bonus. Yeah, so you will see for each photo some extra information. You can use this directly in a design. You can star it and then find it in your star folder, or you can see some like similar looking photos, and a lot of them will be from the same photographer. So yeah, there you go. If you want to use it in your design, just start a design, let Canva know which type of design, an IG post. Okay, no problem. There you go. You have your photo right here. So I can stretch it and I can work directly with this photo from here. Okay, so that was the photographer highlight. Let me know which one of the features I talked about today was your favorite. Let me know in the comments. Also, I will leave you a link right here to our What's Hot playlist on the channel. This one was episode 14 already, which means there are 13 more episodes for you to discover what's new with Canva in this playlist right here. I will see you in the next video.